This is Coach Chris, and we are analyzing Grace's over-the-water butterfly technique. Grace's butterfly stroke over the water is fairly solid. The first stroke there she takes is definitely a good stroke. You will notice though, as we get to where she comes off the wall, that she does rotate her palms down a little early on her stroke. She does a great job of sweeping, but here I'm going to pause it and we're going to see exactly what I'm talking about. Now this is a perfect example of what we're talking about. You can see right here that her palms are down to the water at the very back of the stroke. This is really early to start turning those palms down. What she wants to do is keep those pinkies up towards the sky. We're going to frame by frame forward, and you're going to watch what happens to the stroke as she keeps the palms down and sweeps across the surface. As we can see, she's still doing a good job here of sweeping those arms, keeping the arms straight. That's exactly what you want with butterfly. But as you notice, once she starts getting to shoulder level, the elbows are dropping, and it's causing what is usually referred to as the broken wing butterfly. And what this is going to do is put a lot of strain on her shoulders and on her neck, because the wrong muscle groups in her back are going to be supporting the weight of the arm. As soon as she keeps the palms down through this phase, and as soon as she starts extending over her head, it's going to be a real awkward position for her, and she's going to end up fatiguing really easy. As we frame forward, we'll see this. And here we can kind of see the broken wing with the bent elbow as she's coming over the water. And you see how the hands have now gotten way in front of the upper arm. And what she wants to do is she wants to have the upper arm and lower arm in a straight line through the entire sweep, almost like you would making a snow angel. And we can see as she reaches forward, the elbows are bent. It just uses the wrong muscle group, and it's going to fatigue her, and it's going to really come into play when she starts doing the longer butterfly strokes. Now she does a great job, you can see on this stroke, awesome job getting the head up early. That is about as good as it gets on her breathing timing. But as she extends out here, pinky up, perfect. Palm down already, too early. And we're going to see this stroke with that bent elbow. And again, it's just the wrong muscle group. We'll frame back and illustrate a few things. Now here's the angle of her arm as she's reaching over the water with that broken wing. And this would be where her arm should end up if she was keeping that arm straight. And again, it's not really about the keeping the arm straight as it is putting the arm in a position with that pinky up through this phase, this back phase of the stroke. Through this back phase, we want this arm to be straight. And what that does is it keeps the pressure and weight of the arm on the right muscles in the shoulder. And that, two components of that, just the pinky up through the sweep of the recovery, and keeping the arm straight and locked helps keep the back muscles in the middle of the back bearing the weight of the arm. Right now, when she bends the elbows, it slides up into her neck and to the shoulder muscles on the front side of the shoulder. That is where she's going to fatigue, and that's going to make the butterfly extremely difficult to maintain with this recovery. Now earlier, when she was swimming towards the wall, this is a frame of her earlier going into the wall, you'll see that she actually does do this. It's not that she doesn't swim correctly, it's that when she's going off the turn and when she's fatiguing, the technique breaks down. And that's common for athletes of this age. You can see here she actually swept with her pinky up for most of the sweep. Now her hand does level off in the middle here, but she manages to keep the arms mostly straight. You know, so she's got the pinky slightly flared up. It's still flat, but towards the reach, she actually turns the pinky up more. So this is about 3/4 correct. What you'd like to see at this stage right here, where the hands are flat, you'd like to see her shoulders and arms rotated so the elbows are leading towards the sky, and the pinky is pointed towards the sky as well. At this point, she's flat. Now she's fresh because this is only the third stroke she's taken. So she's actually going to be able to do this. The reason on the second lap it breaks down so bad is because those muscles, the neck and the forward part of the shoulder, those are the muscles that are going to fatigue, you know, and she's going to take a total of, let's see, that's about 6, 7, 8 strokes, 9 strokes. She's still holding it together, getting through the wall, and we'll watch her come up. First stroke's all right, but now we're starting the chop. And you can see as she gets further and further into the race, or further into the swim, that good technique is breaking down. So she has to keep focused when she is actually getting tired and as she takes more and more strokes to keep the pinky up, keep the arm oriented during the sweep, especially that back part of the sweep, so that it gets to the forward part of the sweep with her pinky still on top of the thumb, or her hand rotated and arm rotated so that it's skyward.